Good morning, all. This is September 3rd, 2025, the YouTube and Rumble film update. Those of you who don't know and haven't noticed, I got kicked off of TikTok because TikTok is now finding out that I know that they're distributing kiddie porn and BCL shit. So now, before you forget, if you don't know, you can get the lengthened, uncensored version on my website on here, which is listed in the details in the information area below. I'm going to cram two subjects into one, so that way, and possibly overlap them, so I save some time. So I'm going to cram two subjects into one. Number one, the American Eagle is now continuing their shit with Sydney Sweeney. Now, all of a sudden, Bud Light is hiring the sex offender Sydney Sweeney to do their advertising. Okay, I'm actually finding it kind of coincidental that they're hiring her while adding sexual innuendos. Okay, I'm not a fan of Rihanna, yet she did a better advertisement than Sydney Sweeney did. Okay, I'm not a fan of Rihanna, but yet she was more covered and had a better shape. When you unwrap Sydney Sweeney under her advertisement, she actually is ugly. And no, I'm not jealous. Jealousy is becoming to be the typical script line of narcissists and their self serving audience members who are now doing AI, which is now becoming the typical script line of the US government and its media. So now they're adding the digital ID shit because they're now hiring kids and they think you are looking at kiddie porn. So now all of a sudden, Sydney Sweeney's going half naked throughout all these media outlets. They're thinking that the price is being pumped up because of her when it isn't. It's really because stock guys are being hired to go on the New York City Stock Exchange floor and pumping the price up because they're willing to pay it. It's not because of Sydney Sweeney. So now all of a sudden she's being hired by the predatorial Bud Light, who's now doing kiddie porn and now advocating child molestation. Now they're hiring Sydney Sweeney because now she is an unregistered sex offender to be hired for the commercial while doing sexual innuendos. So now, considering Fox News Channel is so hot and heavy on advertising her, let's do this. Considering Fox News Channel, MSNBC, CNN, and NBC are now condoning public criminal acts, let's do this. I am advocating the execution of every media outlet going, meaning I am advocating every Fox News Channel staff member to be shot publicly. I am advocating and encouraging every staff member of CNN, MSNBC, and NBC to be shot. You want to advocate criminality, you want to advocate child molestation of all these media outlets, and advocate the molestation and the indoctrination of every kid posing publicly half nude, because now they got all the blacks and all the kids posing half naked. So far, the Gap is the only one who is hiring fully clothed teenagers. But I do not condone the public sexual innuendos. Okay? I hope the Gap continues hiring their teenagers to be modest, not counting the nigger who they hired to be in a denim bikini. I do not advocate that. Okay, so all the teenagers who are still modest, kudos to you. I really do hope, I honestly do hope that you stay modest. Now, for the modesty and all the kids, keep on going the way you're going. Now, as far as the Bud Light shit goes, I honestly hope that the CEO of Bud Light gets assassinated by someone. I'm advocating it. Now I'm going to cross over, okay? Because now I honestly do hope that Zelensky gets assassinated by someone. I'm offering him a bounty to get assassinated. I'm offering the bounty on Klaus Schwab, George Soros, who's now encouraging everyone to get shot. I'm advocating their execution. I'm advocating the execution of Sydney Sweeney and everyone else who they actually want to hire to do their bidding on all of these advertisements. I really do hope that every denim outlet who is still modest still hires modesty, meaning modest kids who are doing their advertising for them. Okay? I am advocating the execution of every staff member on Fox News. Hey, for all I know, I might be mentioned on TV throughout the media because I'm sure that Greg Gutfeld is going to say, you know what? This guy doesn't even deserve airtime. Oh, why not? Hey, Greg Gutfeld, let's just put it this way. The act of the First Amendment, freedom of speech, does not only apply to the members of the media, it applies to all of us. Okay? It applies to all of us. Just because you're narcissistic doesn't give you the right to go out through the media and advertise yourself. Okay? When you advertise yourself narcissistically, that actually means that you're taking the rights away from other people when you are refusing someone else the right to go through the media. Z100 was the same way. If they didn't hire idiots to go in the air, they hired no one. They would not let anyone on the air. But back to the original point, I'm actually advocating the assassination of every staff member on the Fox News channel, CNN, MSNBC, and NBC. I'm advocating the execution, meaning I'm advocating them to be shot. Because when you are advocating child molestation and sex offenders to be hired by Bud Light, Cracker Barrel, and American Eagle, when you're hiring people who are unregistered sex offenders, I advocate your execution. So there, I've said it multiple times, 15 or more times. But hey, no big fucking deal. Maxine Waters advocated Donald's death over 5 times. And so have 5 others. So, with that being said, if the cops come to the door because they want to pull the totalitarian shit, their spouses are also going to be widowed. Which means, openly, I am advocating and encouraging the execution of every cop who lets someone get killed simply because over 9 people were shot this past week because the cops advocated doing nothing. So I am advocating the mafia to come out and start taking care of business to aid in the citizens who are getting harm caused on them because of the criminals who George Soros and every staff of the media encourages the criminals to shoot taxpayers. So I am encouraging every mafia member to come out to shoot the protesters who the media is hiring, who George Soros, Klaus Schwab, Bill Gates, and Fauci, and every media outlet are hiring. So there we go. Your entertaining media update for YouTube and Rumble. You can get the uncensored version on my website of me advocating the execution of Sydney Sweeney and every media outlet staff out there. I'll see you guys later.